Colette MacDonald and Kimmy and Christy MacDonald were murdered in 1970. And the survivor of the massacre, Dr. Jeffrey MacDonald, husband to Colette MacDonald, and father to 5-year-old Kimmy, 2.5-year-old Christy, has always maintained that a bunch of people broke into the house and attacked him, attacked his wife and children, and basically butchered his wife and children, but left him alive, albeit with some injuries, including a pneumothorax, which partially collapsed the lung. Okay, that is his story. And his story is also that he slept on the couch because his daughter Christy had wet the bed. And he, saw that she had wet the bed, and he took her back to her room and put her in a crib. Now, the odd thing about it is the scientific evidence found that it was the older daughter, Kimmy, who wet the bed. And for some reason, he's always insisted it was Christy. That might seem like a pointless lie, but it's possible that the reason he insists on that is that bedwetting in a 2.5-year-old doesn't point to any problem. Bedwetting in a 5-year-old might. But he says that he awoke on the couch. He was going to sleep on the couch because of the urine on that side of the bed. And he awoke and he saw 4 people. 2 white men, 1 black man, and a female with long hair, wearing a floppy hat, holding a light, probably a candle, and chanting, "Acid is groovy, kill the pigs, acid and rain. Acid is groovy, kill the pigs, acid and rain." So basically, he says that he and his family were victims of a group that kind of resembled the Manson family, who had done the famous Tate LaBianca murders. Now, there are many people who believe Jeff MacDonald, who think that he actually was railroaded, that he was framed, that he shouldn't be that he was put in prison unnecessarily, and that he should be vindicated and set free. I'm not one of those people. I think it's pretty obvious that he and his wife got into a fight that night, and this whole thing escalated in a really, really bad way. But the odd thing about it is, I really believe that Colette MacDonald was idealized to death. That sounds rather odd. But he described her in his, when he recalls her, he describes her in very positive ways. Okay, and he describes her as a very supportive wife, a good wife. And he says that she is still, to me, the epitome of womanhood. And Joe McGinnis, in his book Fatal Vision, called it a fatal vision. And that is what I think is the most interesting thing about it, is that he idealized her so much that she couldn't live up to the ideal. And what set off the rage that night that led him to murder his wife was the fact that she did something or said something that stepped out of that idealized role, almost angelic role that he had for her. And basically, he had to destroy the person to save the ideal. And I think the children were also destroyed because he wanted to believe that he had a good family. He would live in memory as the good family, the wonderful wife, the beautiful children, the ever pious husband, if he lived. and they died. And so I hope you enjoyed hearing that. Well, subscribe. Tell other people about me. Help me grow my social media presence, please.